Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing Accent Core Plus R. Or should I say Rev 2, because it's got rollback
Oh
coming at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is episode .89, and it is Monday, September the 28th.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Drew.
Nolan.
Yo, they also had a Beyblade tournament at CEO Taco.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Good job. Good for them. They know
When
what's
did
up.
Beyblade become like so technical? Where you're like,
Beyblade
using
is
special pieces?
fascinating. It's why I
watched
watch multiple Beyblade YouTube channels, because it's like the mechanics and engineering of Beyblades is so interesting for like that 0.5% win rate.
There's like a point system, and it's crazy.
Like the diminishing
Wait, so it's like boxing?
What?
It's like boxing?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But it's like it's such like tinkering and like changing it, but you're still at the end of the day you're just putting the Beyblade in the thing and just let's see who wins.
Oh, you got
Letting
to
it rip.
activate attack mode because you've been in defense mode, and you just see someone take their bay apart and like switch
Listen,
pieces.
you go to left spin stamina mode and you launch it at half strength, and that'll actually outspin right spin stamina modes at full strength because you'll like get
so
some of their
great.
spin.
I fucking love it.
It's great. I think Beyblades rule.
It may just be me, like where I watched it as a kid. I thought it was just like you'd shoot it into like the little arena, and then they'd smash together, and that's it. But now it's really evolved.
That was like season 1, but now it's all the customizations, and then there's like mode changes.
It's so stupid.
Oh, there's like
secret abilities that some of them have where it's just like, all right, time to hit the switch.
One of them, yeah, like
and like
one
a
of them,
spike will come out or something.
Like Ultimate Valkyrie, where it'll spin, but it has like a wind up in its little motor that'll like once it gets to a certain point, it'll activate and spin again really fast. It has like a double attack.
Ooh, that's good.
And then one of them has like it's the Excalibur, where because of the new Beyblade burst, like if they get hit enough times, they're designed to come apart so they don't break. Like a kind of like a crash test, like they're designed to split apart.
Oh, cool.
But the Excalibur one has a thing where if it gets hit in like certain, like the gears and stuff will lock into place so it cannot come apart, and like the sword on top comes down. Like it activates, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
They're turning into what is it? Battle bots, essentially.
Yeah. And then there are a lot of them have like different modes and stuff where like you can like change into like high left spin attack mode, and then you can go on the bottom and switch like, do you want like the suction cup or do you want the whatever? And it's like oh, that's cool. Beyblades are
When's
cool.
Ferrari gonna get into the Beyblade scene?
Hello Kitty had a Beyblade. It's apparently pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. Beyblade is cool. I like Beyblades.
This is so weird.
I think Beyblades are good to watch when it's 1:30 and you're getting ready to go to bed. You got like 10 minutes left. You're like, man, I need to watch something. Because I can't go to bed right now. It's a little too early. I need like that extra 10 minutes. And then you watch like some Beyblades hit each other. And you're like, yeah, okay, now I'm good.
Fucking Beyblade. Weird. Yeah, but I definitely got into it because you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's your EverQuest going?
Yo, EverQuest rules. EverQuest is so good. EverQuest is like, because I felt the call of the MMO, and the new WoW expansion is not out, which I will probably play. I've like resigned myself. I will, because that's like World of Warcraft is good. Like the month of the expansion, when everyone plays and then everyone leaves again. But like,
oh well, isn't the classic server getting the Lich King?
Yeah, that's that.
Supposedly, like the most
will be
important
out.
one.
But for me, like, the problem with that is I I haven't been playing World of Warcraft Classic, so I'd have to level up a character, and I'm not buying a character boost to play Wrath of the Lich King because you can play that in game. Like it's not the point.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, it's worthless.
I mean, it's still good. Like Wrath is good, and if you're playing it organically, it's good. Like if you're going from like you want to do the classic like vanilla Warcraft to Burning Crusade to Lich King, then that's great. You're gonna have a great time. But like, I can't just jump in there and do it. I don't want to do that. But EverQuest is so simple and basic, and it's like really magical, even though it's kind of a bad game. Like it's not. There's a lot of stuff in that game that is objectively terrible, but in an MMO, I feel like that's what you want because then the community has to handle it. Like coins in EverQuest have weight, and your character could get encumbered. So you have to make trips to the bank to convert your like copper coins into platinum coins. Or else you get movement penalties.
Okay, so I like that, but in general, I can't decide if I like encumbrance as a mechanic or not.
Oh, I hate encumbrance. I think encumbrance sucks. But
Exactly, you're supposed to hate it though.
yeah, because is encumbrance sucks if you don't have a way to mitigate it or change it. Like it's in Fallout wherever you would have like, okay, one of your skills is you just get to carry more stuff. That's only valuable because of encumbrance. It's that sort of like yin and yang where you can streamline it, but I
Like
I like it.
it's encumbrance is also just another way to work around item slot limitations instead of being like, okay, you only have this many item slots. It's like, oh, you ain't got a limitation. Your patience is your limitation.
It depends on like I would say it depends on if your game is like designed for it or not. Usually it's like a good encumbrance system, which is always bad, but is always like, okay, I get it. Like I would even say like in Fallout, the Bethesda RPG, I think the encumbrance is fine because it says don't pick up every like piece of garbage everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just like brooms. Don't pick up every broom. It's not there. It's designed that you just don't grab every piece of garbage and then try to
It's
sell
a
it
teaching tool.
yeah. Whereas like in a Souls game where it's like, okay, we have like there's just if you're getting a drop, it's significant. But then that has weight on like equipment, which I think is fine. That is like there's like equip weight and then there's inventory weight. And I think I'm usually more okay with equipment weight. Because if I'm wearing the big heavy armor, it should be big and heavy. But if I want to have it in my backpack, then it shouldn't bother me.
But yeah, listen,
I want to carry all this like crafting material. Then I'm like, that should pretty much be free, right?
Yeah.
I want Link to run around fine all the time, and then when he's carrying the Megaton hammer, he has to walk very slowly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or no, it's the Iron Boots. I want him to run around fine all the time, and then when he puts the Iron Boots on, he's like, oh, this is heavy. I can't walk so good.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm playing EverQuest on the Project 1999 officially endorsed private server. Like the current people who own EverQuest allow it to happen, but you need a copy of EverQuest Titanium. So they can't tell you how to get that copy because that's where like the legal problems come into play. But if you have it, if you figured out how to get the copy of EverQuest Titanium and then install it into your computer, you can play on those servers, and it's pretty cool. I had to watch like a YouTube video to get it installed correctly because you had to like mount virtual drives, and then you cannot run the program as is. You have to, like, before you launch it, patch it with the fan patch so that it doesn't try to connect to the server. But it works. And as the internet has said, it's probably not full of viruses. Probably not full of viruses and spyware. I feel like between this and Space Station 13, this is probably less full of malware.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's equivalent. There's like this like
Yeah, there's a lot in there.
My only assumption is that like the people wanting to play like a classic EverQuest server probably are not the target for identity theft fraud, because there's nothing there.
They have nothing to steal.
No, it's like, what are you gonna get from me? You're like, haha, I got your never mind. I got your loans.
Ooh.
Checkmate, idiot. But yeah, it's cool.
With your doctor's information, I can. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh no. That was like, that's what I thought the plot of the Kojima Silent Hill was going to be, where the whole point was Norman Reedus was an identity thief, and his like Silent Hill purgatory was other people's purgatories. So it was like,
that's still such a good idea for a Silent Hill.
Where it's like, oh, you thought you were good, Norman Reedus? How about you're in this? You stole this man's identity where he like killed his wife and now she's haunting him with his dead baby. Good luck. It's like,
listen, he definitely still has the idea, so he'll like put it in his back pocket until he needs it.
Oh, he'll do it in like his next video game. It'll be like, he'll do it in Sandy.
Yeah.
No, he'll do it in the final director's ultimate cut
of Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Nolan, tell us about your addiction. Yeah.
It's not a full addiction yet. I've just, hit the crack pipe once or twice.
Yeah, just
the gateway drug right now.
Yeah. But soon I'm going to be going straight to the dealer.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I pre-ordered the 40K Magic the Gathering pack.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. And it's a combination of Kevin talking about it and seeing him play, and then going to my other friends and like playing with them. I'm like, oh, this game's actually pretty cool. This isn't as dumb and nerdy as I thought it was.
Oh,
it's
it is
interesting. When I see someone doing like, okay, I got the Evangelion pack where I'm fucking putting pilots and robots, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And the next guy's like, I just have big monsters. And the guy after that says, oh, I'm just trying to fill my board up with monsters so I can just keep attacking you guys. And the other guy is doing some sort of D&D side quest where he has to go through dungeons to get spells. I'm like, okay. Maybe this is a little cooler than I thought. Answer is no, it's not, but still, I'm going to play it.
Well, I like multiplayer Magic because, I mean, with everything in the game, Magic is pay to win. Let's not.
Oh, listen, there's nothing better than like looking at a guy and says, "Hey, you and me, we're going to get him right," and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, no, but
he's been an asshole the whole time. Let's get him.
But in multiplayer Magic,
he spent too much money on his deck. We got to teach him.
That is apparently a legitimate problem in the Commander metagame of people complaining that like they try to pull out their deck and then it's like, yeah, it's really good, but it can't handle 3 people killing it first. So there is self-selection of like, oh, you don't get to play because I know what you're going to do. I know.
You gotta have a deck that's like good, 3. But it's not a real threat. That way you're good.
Well, yeah, you want to be in Mario Kart. You want to
Yeah.
be able to like you're in second to third place, and after first place dies, you cross the finish line.
Exactly.
Or you play like how I usually play, which is my game plan is not to win. It's just not last, which I've lost many times. So then the new game plan is just I ruin someone's day. Then it's fine.
Smart move. So I was
Kevin,
looking
your
at like all
game
4 decks. Go ahead.
Kevin's game plan has actually just always been don't come in last.
It's very important to not come.
Honestly, yeah, that is.
Not last is like the key of my existence. There is a great human power and desire to just not be last.
Like I was looking at all the. I think it's mainly because it's 40K.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, cool. They don't have like the characters I like, so I'm like, oh, I'll just go Tyranids because I like the look of them.
Also, I think the 40K decks are reasonably strong. Like they are out of the box decent. You don't really have to upgrade. Like you can always upgrade, but they play well. I feel like if you sleeve up those cards, but you got to buy your card sleeves. You gotta buy them. You gotta buy your 100 card sleeve. You know, sleeve it up. But like you sleeve them up. You play. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna do some stuff. I think I claimed on Twitter I was going the Imperium, but I might go Necron.
You listen. From what I hear, everyone's like Necron's going to be so good.
Well, the Necron's going to be good, and then the next couple expansions are like artifact theme. I feel like the Necron is the evergreen one, because as long as they print good artifacts, the Necron will always be able to work and upgrade itself. Because it's all about the Necron one is like reanimating artifacts from the graveyard. So if they print like a good one, then it's like okay. It's gonna work. It's gonna do its thing. It's like how the Tyranid one is large creatures. And if they continue to print large creature in like +1/+1 counter support, which they will, it'll work. It will do its thing. The Chaos one is more like spell casting, which is good, but like from a starter getting into it, it's not as good because you want to have like you need a lot of spells to cast, and the good ones are like different because it wants to do damage and then cascade, which is basically it wants to cast a spell and then cast another one, and then you have stuff like Magnus that does damage whenever you cast spells and that sort of deal. The Imperium one is just make a lot of tokens and then attack with them. With some miracles for like the Sisters of Battle.
I wish they would have had Eisenhorn in one of those decks.
Eisenhorn is in the he is a character in the Imperium one.
Oh dang, nice.
I thought about it. I looked at his card though. It's kind of like it's thematically 100% on point, but it's not the kind of deck I want to play.
Yeah, okay. Never mind then.
I'm still waffling between it. Like, what he does is, like, at the beginning of your turn, you flip the top card of your deck, and if it's a spell, then you get to get a Charum Brawl or token. And he investigates, which means they get tokens that you can do stuff with. It's pretty good. Like, I waffle between that one and the Necron one. Also, the Necron one is like a mono black deck, which means you don't have to get all the fancy lands, which can be a problem.
Oh.
It's less of a problem if you have green. Like the Tyranid one can handle its mana base. Generally, like a green plus 2 other colors can work because there's enough stuff in green that's like make land tap for any color or get a land out of my deck. And it usually has enough of those to kind of smooth it out. But when you're not running green in that, it can be a little tricky. Unless you have a bunch of dual lands. And that's the expensive part of Magic. it's the expensive part and the not flashy part. When you're like, okay, here's like a $20 land. It taps for 2 colors and it doesn't come into play tapped, and you're like, okay. I hate.
Kind of awful.
Can I just write that on a piece of paper and
Yes,
put it
you
in a card
can.
sleeve?
You 100% can, and I think.
Okay, that sounds great then.
Oh yeah, and people there. Generally, everyone is cool with that unless you're playing for like. 'Cause sometimes like at the Mulligan Gaming, like they did. I think it was like last week. They did like a tournament or whatever, and that people don't usually allow the proxied cards because it's a little bit like this is supposed to be an official thing. But if you're just playing
like, come on.
around, like I don't care, write tropical island on a land and say this taps for blue and green.
Yeah, seriously.
Like that card's like $100. We're not. It doesn't matter. Just put it in
Right.
there.
We'll talk a little more about this once I get in my deck and I start getting dumped on by my friends who know more.
Oh no. See, you don't no. My targeting is if I see someone that's new, I don't target them. I will
Okay.
target the enfranchised player and ruin their day. That's who I go for.
Yeah, that's a fair move.
Because they should be able to handle it. They're not a baby. They can handle it. They can handle getting your
Except
command.
for the one friend that is a baby, and it's like, sorry.
Yeah, no. They listen. You gotta if you're gonna play that deck and you just all rot a commander. I'm gonna kill it 5 times. Have removal. Have answers. You gotta play counter spells.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Okay.
But yeah, that's that. Drew, what
see.
about you?
No, I
Watch
don't
anything
play
good
Magic.
lately?
I've been sober for a decade plus now.
I'm just saying other things besides Magic.
Everyone at the Magic AA meeting is like, welcome, good job.
No, that is a good job.
Listen,
But you been watching anything lately?
yes. So there's a new Hellraiser coming out next month on Hulu. And so I watched the first Hellraiser this past week. And the last time I tried to watch it, I wound up taking a nap in the middle of it. But this time I stayed awake the whole way through. I'm a big boy.
Good job.
A big boy, I do it.
How was Pinhead's Bizarre Adventure?
Also, I was just working. It's weird how I think my biggest takeaway from the first Hellraiser movie anyway. I don't think I'm gonna watch any of the sequels.
I don't recommend watching
every
any
sequel
horror
is
movie
bad.
sequel.
Yeah, exactly. But it's weird how as a child the like whatever Hellraiser and like stuff you see is just like, oh, this is scary. Oh no. And then as you're an adult watching it's like, yeah, this is like scary, but also it is definitely like very sexual at the same time too.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. There's a big like sadomasochism thing with like the Cenobites and all about like, hey,
pleasure, pain.
Have you heard about bondage?
Yeah. Hold up. I gotta find the quote they keep saying. Here we go. Making it in the world.
Yes, let us all eat my pleasure toast together.
Yay. The extreme sadomasochism.
Here we go. The Cenobites, which are the Hellraiser, the Pinhead peoples.
Yeah, the Godhead, basically.
Yeah.
No, the Godhead is them, basically.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like he saw that and he's like, oh, okay.
But so let's just say they are from the Wikipedia about the first Hellraiser. They are from a religious sect in hell known as the Order of the Gash. But I like that there's a religious sect in hell. That's very fun. And they describe themselves as explorers in the furthest regions of experience.
Yeah.
So it's not even limited to sadomasochism. It's literally just like, what does this feel like? What is this like?
Yeah, you can tell because I'm just looking to see when this thing came out, and it's like 87,
Yeah.
and you can tell that like a lot of people watch that movie and they're like, why don't we do this? Like old Games Workshop was like, how about we just make Slaanesh them? Because it's very
Yeah, more or
similar
less.
things of like, hey, you know what's hotter than pleasure? Pain pleasure. Eh?
I
Eh?
like
Yep.
that they're so the first Hellraiser, just from what I remember, like watching of it. The Cenobites aren't actually in it all that much.
No, not really.
Pinhead,
It's
they're not even the main antagonists.
nope. They're not even antagonists, really.
They're just
Like I
doing what they're
don't,
doing.
and especially in the first movie, I don't even. They're not even evil. It's like, hey, you got the cube and you summoned us. This is the deal. Like you heard, oh man, it's like this weird hell sex group. This is gonna rule. And then you didn't think about what a hell sex group would be, but you're hanging with us now.
It's like you summoned us. You know what you're for. It's like, no, this is just a box I was playing with. Doesn't matter. You summoned us. You're getting spikes through your skin. So come on, let's
Yep.
go.
Yeah, like you don't have to solve the box. They're not gonna like if the normal human being is at zero risk of the Cenobites coming up and putting you on like the sadomasochism hooks. Like you're
Like
not
you put a Rubik's cube on the ground. 90% of people are just walking past it.
or there's
I'll
Well,
take it back. 99% of them are just like, okay, who cares?
so the problem is the Rubik's cube for the Cenobites. All you gotta do is like tickle the top a little bit, and then it just starts unlocking. It's like, no, I didn't do this. And then you have to Rubik's cube it to get them to go away.
I feel like there's like an idea of I mean this is like headcanon and they probably they've expounded upon it in one of the many bad sequels. But
So,
I feel like that thing's not going to open if you don't want to open it.
Yeah.
Like that's my head can't like if I picked up a box and I tickled the top, I don't think it would open.
so part of me feels like it's magic and maybe possibly sentient, and I think it responds to purely like curiosity. Whether that's, oh, what does this box do? It's like, hey, whatever, I got taste curiosity. That's all I needed. You want to know what to do? This is what I do. Or it's, oh man, what are the hell sex demons gonna be like? And it's like, oh, let me introduce you.
If like there's some part of you that's going to be like, "Nah, you're into this.
How do I get
you can do it."
How do I get
I've
to
only
be a
saw.
Cenobite? That's what I want to
Okay,
know.
so if you want to know, you have to watch 2, because 2 explains that the Cenobites were originally just normal humans.
Yes, I'm aware of this because my brain keeps trying to say Pinhead was a Nazi, and I don't know if that's true.
Oh, no. Pinhead was a Vietnam soldier
Oh, okay.
who was so desensitized from all the horrible stuff. Like, he couldn't feel anything, and then someone's like, hey, this box, it's going to give you some pleasure. And he's like, all right, cool. Oh no, I'm trapped now.
Oh no,
So,
I'm
like,
Pinhead. I'm
this is
Pinhead
like
Larry.
this is like the reveal to me where all the long ago, like the ancient long ago Ninja Wars and Naruto were like your grandparents were fighting them. I don't like Pinhead is not some ancient demon entity. No, he fought in Nam. That's how long ago
Yeah, you know.
Pinhead is from.
And the way back.
Like Pinhead is sub Cotton Hill. Like Cotton Hill is younger than Pinhead.
Vice versa.
Okay, this is all happens in Hellraiser 2, and these are the only 2 I've saw. What happens is someone else gets the box, and they get taken to Hell,
What a novel idea.
and they're running around Hell trying to get away from the Hellraisers, and you realize, oh, they're all just normal people, every single one,
Yeah.
and then there's a big monster that is like controlling them.
listen, I just want to come out in like my cool like leather clad like maybe like bird like I don't know like a hawk themed
Oh,
outfit
okay. Yeah,
with
I
like
hear what you're
really
saying.
that's all I really want out of my Cenobite experience.
You need a cool new name though. You know, like your Cenobite name. Maybe some
Yeah,
kind of like
exactly.
Femtin? Femtin?
No, Kevin, look at the other Cenobite names. That
I don't know.
doesn't fit in with
Maybe
Pinhead at all. I
I don't
need
know. I mean, I
Leatherhawk.
just say the Lord of Want. That sounds like a pretty good
That's a
name.
pretty good
Yeah,
one.
That's pretty
I
great.
like I like Leatherhawk. That
Leatherhawk is
fits
pretty
in.
good.
That
Leatherhawk,
fits
yeah.
in with Pinhead and trachea exposed.
And fucking, there's so many stupid names. Or CD Head, which
Oh,
that's from 3. I never watched.
God, the second best Hellraiser. That Ghostbusters Extreme episode, that Extreme
Oh yeah,
Ghostbusters episode with the author.
yeah. Where they're about to murder the black kid, and then they start changing the book.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
all I remember is the one who has like eyeballs in his hands and they toss him like a hot kettle and he catches
He
it.
burns his
He burns his eye.
Oh, my eyes. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, that is the best. That's the best Hellraiser besides 1.
Apparently,
Yep,
on October
those
7th,
two you need.
the Hulu original Hellraiser new one's coming out.
So
Yeah.
I really like that Dr. Girlfriend is Pinhead now.
Oh, really?
Like if you watch the trailer, it's like Pinhead's a lady now, but she sounds like this.
Oh, good. I like that contrast.
Oh, hello, honey. You're gonna get sent to hell.
The Guild of
We're
Calamitous
exploring the
Intent.
deepest realms of experience here.
Here's my murdering Muppets.
Oh.
Oh, that's too good. Like that's too stupid for my brain's like, no, that's good.
That did it. Circled.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, the cool
finished-
thing about Hellraiser is great.
Yeah. Yep. I thought that first one was pretty good. Like I tweeted, John Carpenter and
Clive Barker.
he has a name. Who?
Clive Barker.
Clive Barker. Thank you. Yes. Clive Barker's name. I was like Wes Craven. It's like no, it's not Wes Craven. It's like, but what if it was Wes Craven though? Yeah, Clive Barker and it's just John Carpenter has absorbed Clive Barker in my brain. I know they're not the same person, but my brain is always like, oh, it's just John Carpenter. It's fine. Close enough. Close enough.
See, John
Nightbreed.
Carpenter's more hits than misses, and Clive Barker is the exact opposite.
Clive Barker's weird though too, because I feel like he's more ambitious in what he's trying to do.
Well, he's also like
Like-
he wrote like books and like he is a Renaissance man of trash, and I gotta respect that.
Yeah, I feel like Clive Barker has a problem where he doesn't look at the budget he's been given for whatever his current project is. It's like, Clive, you don't have the budget to do what you think you're gonna be able to do here. Like, nah, don't worry. Like, they'll go after us. We'll get it done.
Like God bless you, like, or Satan bless you if that's your thing.
What? Okay, so Nightbreed and Hellraiser. What else has Clive Barker movies has he done?
I'm just looking.
Lord
at
of
it.
Illusions?
He did Rawhead Rex featured in like Red Letter Media.
Oh, of course.
He did
Candyman.
apparently no, I think he wrote Candyman, but he didn't do
Oh
the
no,
movie.
he's an executive producer.
Yeah.
Okay, he has not done actually that much directing.
That much.
No, he did a lot of like
He just did the
books.
one. He did the one, and it just did
Oh, he
so
did
well.
Midnight Meat Train.
Ooh, Yeah,
Oh.
he's done writing and producing more than directing.
Yeah, he's like a horror man, and he's done a lot of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
books. He did some illustration stuff. That's like pretty impressive, honestly.
But also then outside of that, I finished the new season of Primal.
Yes.
That's good. Primal is
It's
easily
great.
in my top 3 animated shows. Sorry, scratch that. My top 3 shows.
Yeah.
Me saying top animated shows is redundant because I don't think there's any live action in my top 3 television shows.
I'd have to think about it.
There's at
Oh,
least
you know
one
what?
live action for sure.
Thunderbolt Fantasy might be. That's
Yeah,
live
that
action,
counts.
right?
I would
That
count
counts.
that. That's a twofer.
Yeah.
See,
That's
'cause
the
to me,
Daywalker.
I listen. Like Malcolm in the Middles is in my top 3.
That's fair.
I
That's a good
I don't
pick.
know where in the
Fair.
top 3, but I know it's there.
That's top 10 for me, but yeah, I
It's
get
so
you.
good.
Yeah.
I got you, dog.
I
No,
agree.
this
Top
season's
10.
been like amazing though.
Oh,
of
and like
Primal.
I really like they did the episode because Jindy has said like he really wants Primal to also become like an anthology show where it can just be set
Oh.
when or wherever. Like it doesn't have to be limited. So I think the fact they do the Victorian era episode,
Oh yeah, Primal Theory.
yeah, is really good.
Fuck, that's so good.
Charles Darwin is just like having drinks with some other like thinkers from the Victorian period and be like, nah, I'm telling you, like, man could be easily devolved to his primal base instincts if push came to shove, and everyone laughs at him. And then a psycho lunatic gets into the house, and it's a fight for survival.
That's radical.
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
It's oh,
There's a
fuck,
lot of
Primal's
moments
so
where
good.
like you're like cheering, you're like, oh yeah, they got him, and then the maniac is like, oh no, you do not. Fucking throws someone through a window, starts like fucking biting people's legs. Fuck,
Yeah,
so
like
good. Every part of the season is great, whether it's them on the ship.
Yep. That whole
Fucking,
epic, man,
oh
that
my
whole
God.
epic is great.
I think it's the second episode where it's just like, oh yeah, the doors keep opening and they just keep murdering and murdering and murdering.
Yeah,
And then the final time the doors come down and it's just people there standing with food. And it's like,
it's just
ooh,
like we can't fight you. We're not going to fight you, and then the Queen Empress of the like God Empress of the world just like murder them. Like, but they're just giving us the stuff. We gotta send a message.
Yeah, it's about sending a message.
Oh
You gotta
my
girl boss
God.
it up.
Oh, I really
No,
thought Fang was gonna die. I'll be
Me
honest,
too.
I really thought Fang was gonna die.
I thought she was going gone, but the two pups will be there, so that's fine.
Yeah. But she makes it. Fang is a survivor.
Don't even. Let's not worry about that. Let's talk about who's doing this stuff to them, which is a Viking guy whose village they just decimated.
Oh, I know. I feel bad. Spear did not mean to kill that kid.
Yeah, he tried. He tried not to. He tried not to.
That
He was
kid
like, I'm just
would
gonna leave
not
him
mind
alone.
his own shit.
I mean, I don't feel bad about the guy's wife because Fang
Oh,
had to do what she was going to do.
Yep, she was a warrior.
Yeah.
But like that kid, Spear tried. He's
That
like,
kid-
no, leave me alone. Go away. And the kid wouldn't leave him alone.
God. You come home to your decimated village, you and your son. It's like we're getting revenge now. Let's go.
Yeah,
Play that.
Kratos and what's his face?
And Atreus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kratos and Atreus come home to see their entire village decimated.
We're going for revenge. Only to to fucking fail at that
Betrayed to
revenge,
get-
and you get just murdered hard. And you talk to the devil and you're like, give me power. I want to kill this guy. And he goes, you got it.
It's like, all right, here you go.
Oh my god.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
so
fuck.
good.
And I love this season is like so different from the first season.
Oh, yeah.
The first season is so good at just exploring the weird stuff that is in the world. It's like each episode is a micro Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Well, that's what that show is. Like that show
Yeah, it
is Conan. That's like what modern Conan is.
No, I think that's what prehistoric Conan is.
Well, okay. Well, I meant like if they were to make a new Conan, if you wanted to have new
It
barbarian,
did make a new Conan.
a good
So,
new
right.
Conan. Let me be specific.
Yeah.
Where there's still like the primal savage brutality, but then there's some stuff going on in the background, and you're like, huh? Is that
Yeah, there's
magic?
mystic bullshit going on.
There's like enough of that where it's like, is that?
There's at least 4 episodes where there's actual magic and nobody discusses it. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's just
that's fine.
That's
good.
just what
Yeah,
happens.
it's just there's magic in this world.
Yeah.
And it's so
It happens.
the magic we see is also always just like Spear and Fang encountering it, not even what I don't know that Mira saw any magic.
Oh shit! No, she would.
Like granted, like she is from a more civilized culture than Spear is, but it's not like, super scientific where I think if she saw magic, she'd be like, yeah, no, magic's real, of course. Dinosaurs are real? Yeah, magic's real. Whatever.
I think I would be.
Of course. First of all, of course, dinosaurs are real. They're in the Irish Highlands.
Yeah.
Just murdering Celtic people.
I definitely feel like that one got washed ashore from Spears Island. I feel like he got lost at sea and he got dumped on there. I don't think he's native to the Celtic Highlands.
Nature found a way.
No.
That's what Jurassic Park has taught me.
Man,
And to ask
Getting
why should
hot.
I do this?
dude,
But yeah. Oh, Primal is so good.
Oh,
Fuck.
it's so good.
All right.
Honestly, it's the only reason I have HBO Max.
Yep.
Now I'm like, we'll see if I want to keep it.
I'm rewatching Young Justice.
Okay, so I'll tell you, the new season gets weird because
Oh, I
If you
know.
remember,
I have a feeling it's gonna get kind of bad because it gets canceled half like everything else in HBO. I also want to watch Peacemaker. Like that's on my list.
yeah, I'll do
Did
that
you
at some
watch
point, too.
this? Did you watch Suicide Squad or
Yes, I
The
did.
Suicide Squad?
Yeah,
Yes.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
I thought it was pretty good.
Good.
Like it's, I don't know. Like I've just gotten to this. I don't know. It's maybe it sounds dumb, and I don't want it to be like fanboy. But I'm more interested in the DC movies because they're worse than like the Marvel movies.
Well, yeah, because the Marvel movies are just middling. They're just mediocre. And that's the worst crime
Like,
a piece of
I
media
feel like
can
I've
be.
seen every Marvel movie. Like I feel like I can tell you what happens, like other than story beats of like tonally. Like I can visualize it in my head.
Like
I know
art
what
is supposed to make you
Shang-Chi
feel
in
something.
the Ten Rings is gonna be.
Oh my god!
I
I
could-
fucking forgot that even existed.
Yeah, like I haven't seen it, but I know what that movie is. It's probably
Look, it's-
okay.
So
It
what,
starts
Kevin?
out
You
with
don't,
someone discovering something, and then at the end, there's a big CGI fight.
Yeah, there's a big
Where they have to
CGI
shoot a
fight
giant
with
monster.
like the rival, who's like
Yet
forgettable.
again, Kevin complains about the POC led media.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the deal with that, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. Whenever I see like a film that's pandering, and I go, I hate this.
And it's always like, no, but it's just
That's
not
happened
that.
a
That's
lot.
not why I hate it.
No, that's not why. I think
Because all the fandoms,
bad.
like, all they care about are, like, the mediocre pieces of, like, who gives a crap, but, like, they're complaining about, like, race and gender issues, and I'm just over here, yeah, I just don't care about
I
it. Like,
don't
it
want to
looks
watch the
bad and
Lord of the
stupid.
Rings prestige TV because I really don't like Lord of the Rings. It's not that there's a black person there.
There's a black elf?
Honestly,
I don't
you're
care.
making the right choice because so far it's. I don't know.
I thought
I'm
Lord
still
of the
watching
Rings
it.
was kind of a little too long and too boring in the movie theater, and I think if you stretched that same style out for like a 10-hour show, I can't handle it.
I'm mainly watching it because I want to watch Kellogg's Blueberry get killed and
It
tortured.
did turn into a
And I'm
ghost.
like, come on. Which I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen this season.
Of
It's
course
going to be
not.
like
That's what.
the season teaser is like, oh, look at this guy. We call him the Lord of Gifts. He's going to help us make these rings. And it's just this like nice looking elf. Like, oh, it's him. 100%.
Also, in terms of trash, there's going to be a new season of Pennyworth coming out, and yeah.
That's
I'm gonna watch
okay,
that.
huh?
The Alfred Pennyworth show on HBO.
Is that tied in with the Gotham show, or is that something
No,
different?
it's like separate. I think the first season
Why
is
do
like
we have
shocking. First season is shockingly good.
we have like 4 different Batman TV shows that don't take
yeah.
place in the same universe?
What's bizarre is that like I I think that show is magnificent because it made the show about Batman's butler, and it's actually pretty good. But only
It needs to be a show, but it needs to
season
be
one.
just like
Season 2 gets really
30
stupid.
minutes of him doing like laundry and cleaning up the house, and that's it. That's what the next season needs to be.
We'll see.
No.
One of the plot.
When he becomes Batman, that's what happens.
We'll see one of the.
I want it to just be called Pennyworth, and I want it to be him taking care of the house, and there's very subtle clues that this is Batman's house.
Well,
Most viewers, it won't be like, it'll be too subtle, and like they'll slowly be piecing together. There's something wrong with this place, but I don't know what it is. But of course, it's the internet now, so they just go. It's like, oh, this is about Batman's house. Oh, okay.
See,
I solved it.
The problem is what I wanted that show to go is we have a time skip where it's Alfred Pennyworth taking care of young Bruce Wayne, but Alfred Pennyworth's having to keep order in like Gotham before Bruce, because Bruce can't do it. He's like 10 years old. So old Alfred, he's going out while getting the groceries, and he sees the mob, and he goes, well, I'm gonna have to beat these guys up. Cause that's kind of what he does. Because he fought like a shadow war against like fascists in England, which is the plot of season 1. So like he's legit. It's great. But yeah, I want to watch that. Are we gonna talk about? Okay, we need to end on Twitter Ava guy. Or if you want to do some quick hits.
Real quick, one of my favorite Alfred things, talking about it, and especially talking about like him taking care of Bruce while he's like young and still trying to figure out what to do with his life. There's a great moment where Bruce is like wanted a katana for his birthday, and Alfred does not buy him a katana. He buys him like a wakizashi, or like he buys him like, it's not a full-size katana, it's a more size-appropriate sword for Bruce, but it's still a lethal killing tool, and Bruce is mad because it's not a katana.
Yeah.
But Master, this suits your fighting style better. No! I want a katana!
And it's like, he's a spoiled rich brat.
No,
Doesn't matter.
That would be good. I'd like that. All right, quick hits. Top Gun Maverick is shockingly good.
That's what I keep hearing. I'm gonna watch it this week.
Shockingly good. And
the last duel is boring as hell. That's
really?
Ridley Scott's movie from a couple years ago. Yeah, like the one he complained that like Marvel has ruined people's, like, I don't know. I can't remember what he had some excuse for why it flopped.
It was like Marvel has ruined making movies or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. But that movie is just boring as hell.
He just made dog shit. That's not really
Yeah.
anyone's fault.
Yeah.
The little
Tokyo
girl who
Drift
lives
is
down
dog
the
shit,
lane.
but good.
Yeah, it's true. I'm from America. I'm going to come here to Tokyo drift around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a Texas boy. Me and my black friend are going to drift some cars.
See,
I'm glad Little Bow Wow's here in Japan.
See,
We're
no,
going
I
to
like
come back
stupid.
in 9 for nothing, and then we're just going to be there, I guess.
Sorry about your car, Han.
You're back to life.
A ching 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 chong. Very sorry. And he bows. I wanted to be like a more racist Southerner, and then I think that movie would be perfect.
Well, because then it would have had the arc of him you have him accepting like
Maybe you
other
Chinese aren't so bad. We're in
No,
Japan.
Kevin,
Exactly.
the problem with that is, yeah, it's an arc of him learning to be more accepting, but also becoming the best drifter and therefore establishing what he thought the whole time is
He's
true.
he's Americans are better than
that's the depth. The depth.
It's
Of
like,
it.
well, wait,
my-
I beat Drift King with just like a few months training.
Am I the Frieza?
Yeah.
Or are white people the Frieza?
Well, we'll have to see, I guess. Edge Runner's great. Fucking that might make me play Cyberpunk again because
That's the trap, Nolan. Don't do it.
I
It's
know,
still a broken
I know.
mess.
If you already
I know, but-
have it might.
So Edge Runner gives you like the perfect picture of what this universe is supposed to be, and it's so good. It's like it's fucking fantastic. Once again, it's Trigger,
Video
so of
Trigger.
course, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't mesh with Trigger stuff.
No, literally, it's fine. I have like 2 other friends that are like the same way,
All right.
and they're like, yeah, I mean, it's nice, but yeah, it's not for me. I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen 0, also great. Yeah, you just want to kill like
Where'd you
2
watch? Is
hours
that on
watching a fantastic
Crunchyroll?
movie. Yeah, I did,
Okay.
but I watched the sub version, so
Good.
not the version they fired everyone and recast. Fucking pieces of shit. Anyway, the little girl who lived down the lane is this the movie that Jodie Foster's in that made him want to kill Reagan, or was that Taxi Driver?
I think that's Taxi
I
Driver.
guess Taxi Driver.
Okay.
But yeah, this movie is very weird. Very good. I recommend it. Martin Sheen plays a pedophile, and like the whole movie is set up. Sorry, that's just introduced early on and is like
That's
the
great.
antagonist of the film. But the whole movie, all the marketing is like, this is a horror movie. What's your secret? Everyone who knows it is dead. Like, look at all the posters for it, and it's like, oh, this is a horror movie. It's not. It's like a drama movie with horror and mystery elements, but it is not a mystery or a horror film. It's really good. There is a scene that makes you think they had a 14-year-old naked on set, but it is a body double for 14-year-old Jodie Foster.
Whew, oh, thank God.
That's
Yeah.
a good job, movies.
It is not a pretty baby Brooke Shields moment.
It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Movies, get out of here.
But it's good.
So if you're ever watching Evangelion and you think, yo, I could totally be in that robot,
Yeah. You know.
or if that was me, I wouldn't be such a little baby bitch like Senju was.
I'd be
You're kinda
having sex
wrong.
with all the 14-year-old girls.
Yo, I just fight the monster. What's the deal? You know, they drag
That's
me
not
off the
hard.
street. They drag me off the street. Then they say, you get in that robot and you just kill him. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I love murder.
Yeah, our Joker is some weirdo conservative who watched Evangelion for the first time, and his main critiques are, Senju's such a little baby. Why doesn't he just deal
I
with
think
it?
he said he rewatched it, and then that's what
Oh,
he
he
said.
rewatched
Yeah, like
it?
that's to me what makes it worse. Like this
That's
isn't like
worse.
time one.
That's way
This
worse.
is like after like for me, like my closest example of this was when I rewatched Cowboy Bebop, and I thought that Spike Spiegel is like terrible. He is not
He's a
cool.
doofus.
He is an idiot, and
He's always
it's
cool.
like I'm like, oh, you're such a stupid kid. That was my message rewatching it, but man. Yeah, because I was thinking like about the Ava. It's like even if you're like totally gun ho, you're like Go Nagai protagonist. You want to get in that robot. You want to get in it, and then they're like, all right, step one, we're gonna drown you. Like that's how you. We're not telling you this either. We're putting you in that thing, and then it starts filling up. And
Yeah,
like,
the amniotic fluid is coming.
yeah, it's coming in there. It's like, yeah, just let it in your lungs.
You hop into a machine, you have no idea how to control.
Oh, you have zero idea. They just say, oh,
Zero
it's
training.
with your brain. They just do it. And you can't even walk. Like, that's the thing. Like, he tries to take one step and just falls on his face. And then it's like, fight the monster, Shinji. Also, the damage, we got the Gene Gundam technology where the damage is transferred to you. So the thing's going to rip off your arm, and you're going to go into shock.
Like, that's the
And
one
you're
thing,
gonna
like,
wait-
that's awkward.
And then you're gonna wake up the next day, have no idea what happened.
You're going to
Don't think
perceive
about
dying.
Don't
Like, you're
worry about
gonna feel death. Actual death. And then, but you wake up the next day. And they're going to say, all right, do it again.
Yeah.
Also,
Both
if
do
you,
it different. Now,
if you fail, everyone dies. Everyone.
Everyone, it's it. Also, you know, hey, we got one shot to shoot this monster with a sniper rifle. You know, don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Hey,
why do I have to use the sniper rifle? Why can't this be an automated thing?
No,
you got to do it.
you gotta do it. If anything, like Shinji is remarkable for going as long as he can.
Once you get stuck in your own mind for a bit,
Yeah.
you know, you kind of go through hell until you rip out of the monster.
Why don't you
murder your friend
perfectly with this girl?
Yeah. This bitch who just showed up.
She sucks. Deal with it. Also, I like that someone.
She sucks, but also she's great.
I like that someone put that guy's text on top of like an image of Asuka. It's just like, look at this stupid Shinji. Always whining. I'm the one who did it. Yeah.
You mean Asuka?
Asuka, whatever.
Asuka the beautiful?
That beautiful, yeah.
No, you know, just getting that. Hey, Shinji, just get in that machine. Hey, your friend's also in that other machine. You know, you gotta murder him.
You gotta kill him.
Sorry, bud.
Kill him
Oopsie.
super hard.
Yeah.
Remember how he was real mad at you because like his sister died or almost died? I can't remember.
Yeah. No, he's mad for a bit, then he gets over it, and then he gets put into the machine.
Yeah, then he gets shoved in there, and then you're like, I'm not gonna kill him, and then Dad's like, I'm gonna turn on the automated killing button.
And then like you find a new best friend, and like I don't know, you guys are you're really into each other. You're really
cool you're
together.
hanging out with your good pal. Yeah.
You know, you kind of want to kiss him, but not really. Like, because you're not like that. But, you know, hey, who knows?
Well, you know, it's
right?
it's more like the feelings of like your sexual feelings, but also like the first person who's shown you like genuine compassion and interest of like your entire life. Because Dad was.
Hey, let's watch these. Yeah. Hey, let's also watch these child bodies get disintegrated in a vat of orange goo because you know the doctor's psychotic.
You know,
just normal teen stuff.
Also raise your mom, but in clone form. So yeah, you got some Oedipus stuff going on there, Shinji. Have fun.
But your mom is also the robot.
Yeah, you're right. But no, you just got to power through it like a man.
And then you get the power of God at some point, and you know what are you going to do with it? You're going to make a cool world instead of being a little baby bitch and say, "No, let's just let everything go back to normal." I made a mistake.
Gonna make a world of boobies.
Yeah, exactly.
I know
that's
myself.
what the Twitter guy was.
it would go real bad if they put me in the robot. Like, immediately. Like, there's gonna be
Kevin,
PP
just
in that
anime's
theater.
real.
Like, oh no. Any other thoughts
Fucking
about
that
how sick you
FIFA
would be
guy
in
is
the
fucking the worst.
Evangelion?
Dude, I would murder all those monsters with no problem.
Oh, like
And
zero issue.
I'd have no problem with human casualties because I'm like a big awesome man. I'm a big American man, so of
That's
course.
true.
I
Yeah,
played enough
really.
Call of Duty. I'd be the best.
I need them to change the colors. I can't pilot a purple robot. People
That's a
might think I'm
girl
gay.
color.
Yeah.
I remember the purple Teletubby was the gay one. I don't want people thinking I'm gay because I'm in a purple robot.
I want mine to be red, white, and blue.
Is Gundam Maxter available? I'll take Gundam Maxter.
Yes.
Can I put
The
truck
most
nuts on my
American.
Ava so people know?
That's the one. Oh, Chuck Nuts, and he has the 2 flags.
Yeah, like the naked
Oh,
lady mud flaps. I want my robot looking like
Yeah.
Magus XLR.
I was gonna
Make
say, you're
Tokyo
just
3 great again.
Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I want my Ava to look like. I want like a sick muscle car for the head.
Oh man. Oh, fuck.
There you go.
This guy's dumb as shit. That's all we need. That's all we have to
Well,
say.
no, I mean, if you
Fucking
think
idiot.
about it, Magus XLR is American Evangelion.
That is true.
Coop got in the robot. He
No,
did real good.
No, he made the robot.
No, he made.
He was down with
he got in there. He fought Vilgax. No, it wasn't Vilgax. It was.
It literally was.
I know it was the same thing. What was that guy's name?
I can't remember. All I remember was like 20 robots combining together to form 10 robots, which combined together to form 5 robots, which combined together to form one giant one. And I'm like, this is awesome.
I remember the one where he like was with the Voltron and he was just crudely shoving like
Yeah.
combining on his robot. It's like I'm powering up. He's like breaking the robot.
I'm like, I love him.
Oh man.
Magnanimous.
I take it back.
I like
Give-
magnanimous.
Yeah, put Coop in the Ava. It'll be fine.
Coop would do okay.
He'll
No,
take care of the
but
job.
it would be though. But it would
No,
be.
it would be.
No, the problem is they put Jamie in that.
That's
info.
what. That's yeah. That's the Evangelion is like you didn't put Coop in there. Coop would
Jamie,
be able
stop
to-
screaming like a little girl. You stop screaming like Jamie.
That makes Coop Asuka.
Now Coop would actually have probably dealt with Evangelion
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh man.
Anyway, later days. Bye.
Bye.
Later days.